What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a snap-on tool haul. And it seems like I keep having this same snap-on tool haul over and over and over because two things keep happening. So I'll show you what I got and then I'll explain why these two things keep happening over and over and over. So the first thing I got is this little work light. Y'all all know this thing, the aluminum version. That's the part number. And I love this little light. This light's great. You can keep it on the low setting, and it'll just stay. I love when it does the little lines. The phone doesn't like LED lights. It'll really mess with you. But anyway, so this light's great. It's got the little magnet on the bottom. You can put it on the low setting. It'll last all day, no problem. Turn it up, get about an hour at 700 lumens. It's a great light. Have no complaints except for I keep losing it. I'm constantly losing that light, and this is a really expensive light to keep losing. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep buying it because it's so awesome. This little pad on the bottom's not going to last long. But anyway, I don't care. I'll keep buying this thing. I love this light. That's not the issue. I still haven't even got the charger out of it because I still got the old charger over there from the last one. This is what's getting irritating, is this light. Now, I didn't just get the light. I've had the light for about 4 years now. I think it's been about 4 years, but let's see if we can find the part number. Yeah, there's the part number right there. And it's this underhood light. It's got the big arm. You know, it slides back and forth. You can unhook it from the base, and it's got magnets, which is broken. One of my employees really beat this light up while I was out of town. It took a real beating. I always use it. I don't really ever take it off the frame. I leave it on the frame, which is a nice frame. It works really well. It doesn't fall apart like I have a Mac underhood light. That thing's garbage. But anyway, so the light's great. It's real bright, 1500 lumens. I mean, it will literally just, it'll wipe it out. This will blind you. I'm going to stop doing that because I know you are going to get mad. Light's fine. The only problem I've had with the light itself is, let me get the little piece that goes to it, if I can still see, is it has this little cap to make it IP67 rated. And this little cap goes on this little place right here. And it used to have like a little rubber retainer or strap that would hook here and then go around here, so that when you could take the cap off to plug the charger in, and the cap would just hang over to the side, which was great. Well, that broke the day after I got the light. I don't remember what happened, but it's been 3 years. So I was like, you know what, not a big deal. I'll just get my Snap-on guy to warranty it, whatever. Or I'll buy, actually, I said I'll just buy buy a few of those little lanyard deals and everything will be fine. Well, it turns out at the time the light had just come out and they were not selling the pieces to it. And that the Snap-on Repair Center, this thing's been beat up, but Snap-on Repair Center said you have to send it back. So I was like, I don't really want to do that. So I used it for about 6-7 months, sent it back finally. They fixed it, and as you can see, doesn't have it. Because as soon as I got it back, 2 days later, the little thing snapped off again. So I was like, screw it. It's not that big a deal. As you can see, let me see if I still got it in here somewhere. It's around here somewhere, but I actually have 2 of these little caps for it. One of them has the screw and the other one doesn't. But anyway, whatever. Not a big deal. Like I said, I usually leave it with this piece, hooked to the charger and just use it like that. The issue is that my employee decided to use it without the cap on it and scarred it up pretty bad. But it still screws on pretty good. I had to do a little work on the threads. But that's the point of the cap, is to keep it from getting all banged up if you don't have the charger hooked to it. So that's problem one with this light. Problem two is this charging cord, and that's the part number for this charging cord. This thing has got to be the worst power supply ever made. It's got to be the cheapest power supply ever made. Made by something, looks like a Z and a Sunrise. So whatever the Z and the Sunrise, the Zhongqin Electronic Company Limited, somewhere in China, I'm sure. Suzu. Well, anyway, I'm done. Anyway, so this cord, this power supply, if you drop this from more than a foot, it's done. So this light, you can pretty much throw this thing off a building and it'll be fine. But this charger, if I were to drop this charger off the side of this card, it's done. Just, you don't even want to drop it. You just want to set it down very gently, because this is the most garbage charger ever. And since it's this proprietary, like, mil-spec deal, you can't just... I couldn't find one. I've looked all over the place for this connection and couldn't find it. I actually took the old one, the first one I got a long time ago, and made like this little dongle deal. It won't charge the light, but it'll at least let you run it with it plugged in. So it broke. I bought another one about a year ago, a little less than a year ago actually. Whatever. So then about 4 months ago, that one broke. I was like, are you kidding me? It got dropped. Usually I have it on this deal over here. You see where that's plugged in? Right there. Usually keep it over there and then wrap it over the top so it doesn't fall down. Well, somebody knocked it down. It quit working. Send it back for warranty, and it took 4 months to get it sorted out because apparently the Snap-on Repair Center could not understand that I just bought the cord. I didn't buy the whole light. They kept saying, well, it's not under warranty. I was like, no, it's under warranty. It's been less than a year. So 4 months goes by, I finally get this thing back, and there's an issue with this. So my old one had a little light. It was a completely different design. It had a little light in the corner. And when you would plug it in and plug it into the light, this would turn green right here, or red to say it's charging, and turn green when it was charged. Well, this one doesn't have that. And the only thing built on to this light, let's see if we can get it, you can kind of see it, is this little indicator here that in the instructions will say low battery. Well, I've never seen that thing have anything in that little box. Even from when it was new, nothing shows up in that box. I don't know if my light just happens to be defective or what, but there's nothing that indicates the charging, nothing. So you have no way to tell whether this thing is charged up or not. You just have to plug it up and then wait for 5 hours or something. So this has been one of the most frustrating deals ever, is this light. And I'm kind of getting to the point that if this breaks again, I'm just going to throw this thing in a ditch somewhere and give it to someone else and let them be cursed with it. Love this little thing. This thing charges with USB-C, which the new version of this light, they went to USB-C. They knew this was stupid. Obviously, there's a problem there. And I thought maybe, hey, we can send the whole thing off, pay $100, get the new version, but it doesn't. Apparently, they're still patching this piece of junk together. Anyway, so I've been rambling too long. I like this light. This thing's so awesome. I know there's some little, off-brand versions, and this isn't made by Snap-on, but I've played with the different versions of it. Like, I've got the Matco version. This is nowhere near as good. It's plastic. This is aluminum. The battery life is garbage. This thing's always dead. Even on the lowest setting, it's still just dead all the time. Whereas this thing, you can leave it running all day and it's fully charged. Like, it just uses the smallest amount. The only time it goes dead is if I forget and leave it on. Anyway, definitely worth the money on this. This deal, if for some reason still can find one, which I doubt it, with this connection, just avoid it at all costs. And this thing was expensive. I want to say it was over $300 for this deal. It may have been almost $400. This was a very expensive light. And it's junk. Like, the light is fine, but the charging port, the charger, the cables, everything else is junk. The only thing that's good is the bar it sits on and the light itself. The rest of it is just, anything to do with charging this thing is stupid. Anyway, guys, I'm done with my ranting and raving. Just remember, if you come across that part number, stay away. Just move on. Because the new version, I haven't tried it yet. I'm sure I'll end up with it eventually. And we'll give that a shot. And just using a regular USB-C, so if your charger breaks, you just go get one at the gas station or something. But anyway, guys, oh yeah, not to mention, this is like a $115 charger from Snap-on. Whereas if the charger for this thing breaks, it's, $8 at the gas station. Not a big deal. Everybody's got one. I got one for this phone. Alright, guys, well, I think I've talked long enough about all this nonsense. I'll see you guys later.